is Puma Namara.
My name is Cece McGraw.
I'm Matthew Hepla.
I'm Jordan Strading, and this is our group decision and process presentation. So the provocative statement we chose to research is if children under the age of 16 should be banned from social media. And just to give an overview of our presentation, we're going to go over the questions that guided our research, the decisions and perspectives that we chose to talk about today, the conclusions we came to from our research, new ideas that we found, unanswered questions that we had from our research still, and the process of our group and our project.
Some of the questions we touched on in our research included: how does children using social media affect classroom learning? How does children using social media affect their mental health? What are the benefits to social media companies to have children under 16 on their sites? And how are young teenagers positively and negatively impacted by using social media?
For our 5 perspectives on this issue, we found that health, the benefits, parental views, educational effects, and adolescence were our main perspectives. To begin, we start with health and the overall effects of social media on adolescents. So we found that there were several articles written from pediatric sites that show a significant correlation between cyberbullying and reports of depression due to the use of social media. Many studies used within this article showed a lot of signs of self-harm and suicidal thoughts for young teens. The objective truth of this decision is the fact that there is a lot of compelling research and evidence that shows the dramatic effects that social media has on young teens today, and the fact is the use of social media by young adolescents has continuously led them to have suicidal thoughts and depression due to cyberbullying. And according to another source from a pediatric site, other health effects include the role social media plays in the formation of body self-image, especially for young teen girls, and it's responsible for creating unrealistic expectations, which leads them to having eating disorders and other health concerns.
Alright, with social media and internet, there are some benefits towards it or to it. The article by the Science Direct stated that the benefit by using social media, there's a strong participation within society if you do use social media, so you're able to like meet up in real life and then do events, for example like a food drive. The prevalent truth about this is that the evidence shows that social media is a benefit for adolescents. For example, there's content creators, so adolescents and young adults are using like Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and YouTube to become content creators and push what they want to create on those platforms. That's another benefit of social media. And then research from the University of Minnesota Pediatric Center shows that adolescents who are exposed to social media regularly have an access to limitless knowledge. So like, using Google or Yahoo or whatever, like that gives them like access to like all sorts of things that are beneficial towards them. And then with having this access, they're able to be more creative, and which in turn is better for them and for society.
The third perspective I want to talk about is parental views and their role in limiting their kids to be using social media. So according to the article Impact of Social Media on Children, Adolescents, and Families, social media has caused a huge generational divide between parents and their kids because parents don't really know how to use social media and kids are constantly on it. Additionally, pediatricians can help parents become educated about what their kids are doing online and how they can help them if the experience goes poorly, such as with cyberbullying. And according to another article that we found in our research from the Journal of Youth and Adolescence, if parents increase their control over how much their kids are using social media daily, that can positively affect their mental health, because when you look on social media, on Instagram and other social media sites, kids start comparing themselves to other people, which can cause depressive symptoms. As a parent, from our research, that parents should control how much their kids are using social media because it is beneficial to their mental health. Additionally, parents should make sure that they're aware of the dangers and of social media can have on their kids and be prepared to help them when things get dark.
Additionally, we want to talk about the perspective of education and the role that social media plays in the classroom. An article from Child Mind Institute expresses the critical period of the adolescent stage and the growth that happens during that stage and how technology has just become so evident into like teenage life that is really affecting their learning in the classroom and their overall distraction in life. Teenagers are now masters of keeping themselves occupied literally every second of the day, to the point that they have developed into huge multitaskers, meaning students are now attempting to scroll through all their Instagram, Twitter feeds while they're doing their homework assignments and other important assignments in the classroom and during like teacher lectures. And overall, the main truth is that modern teens are learning to do most of their communication through their technological screens and other cellular devices, and it's not in person any longer. And this can be very detrimental to their learning, especially if they are consistently engaging with other students and peers face to face.
The last perspective we decided to take a look at were the adolescent views. According to raisingchildren.net.au, social media is a vital aspect for teenagers and children's social and creative lives. Social media allows adolescents to be able to connect with other like-minded adolescents who share common interests. It also allows them to gain digital literacy through the use of social media. On the other end of the spectrum, though, an article from BBC.com titled "Is Social Media Causing Childhood Depression?" shares insight from adolescents and their experiences with social media. The individuals share their unique perspectives on how social media has taken a toll on their well-being and on their mental health, prompting them to discourage others from partaking. And I think the truth is that ultimately adolescents are going to experiment with social media. It's just the technological age that we live in now. And it's up to them to realize the dangers that come with social media and also all the benefits that it can provide for them in order to have a positive experience.
So to conclude up our research, we found that social media has both many positive social effects and negative effects on the mental health and the education quality of children under 16. Though online communities can give children the ability to connect with people and form communities and friendships, the many negative mental health aspects and learning issues that can come from them using social media outweigh the benefits of it. And though these benefits might be more beneficial to everyone in general, it's just with kids, mental health has been showing up a lot more recently because of what has been called in articles Facebook depression. So protecting kids from this depression outweighs the benefits of the community building aspect of social media.
And the new ideas, pediatricians are now able to educate parents about what is happening online, how to help their children if they are having bad experiences on social media. And then just like Jordan said, researchers have proposed a new mental health phenomenon called Facebook depression, which is a depression that develops when a preteen or teen spends a lot of time on social media sites and then they exhibit classic depression symptoms from social media. And then most social media sites require users to be at least of the age of 13 years old to sign up for their account and then be able to use their social media site and account. And then set by Congress, the Children Online Privacy Protection Act. Many parents don't know about this act, and then there needs to be more parents educated on this for the well-being of their kids' mental health. For them when they're using social media. And then the unanswered questions that we had as a group. So as a group, we were curious as how social media can be widely banned across the nation, and how bad does it need to get in order for a larger social media corporation to shut it down. Specifically for adolescents then we also want to dig deeper into the effects on everyone, not just like young kids, adolescents, preteens, but like older teens, like 18, 19, and then young adults, like in their 20s, the adults themselves, much older, like over the age of 35. And we just want to see like how that affects them. And then finally, we want to know more about the benefits social media companies receive for having children on their sites. But there's not so much research. So like as a group, like we want to know about those unanswered questions to like gain more knowledge about it.
And now I'm going to touch a little bit about our process. It was a very positive learning experience for all of us. We were able to work together collaboratively and engage in a positive manner. We learned about the importance of communication, trust, and listening skills. We had obstacles with scheduling and planning a time to meet to organize the projects, obviously because we all have different schedules. But ultimately, in the end, we were able to make it work by being flexible. And this project developed strong leadership skills for all of us by allowing us to engage with new people that we usually wouldn't have, and hear different perspectives on a variety of different topics and issues.
Secondly, so the 3 connections that we made to some readings from this semester in leadership was first the article from Interacting in Teens and Groups. There were 3 things and critical steps to that, which is forming, storming, and norming, and we kind of had this connection with our experience for this group project because we kind of followed this pattern consistently. We were able to overcome the storming stage, which was kind of trying to like organize a specific time that we could all get together and meet up with our conflicting schedules. And we were able to do this by communicating through text frequently to organize a plan and find a purpose for our work. And then second, our group was also able to apply the ethics of right versus right into our project when we were trying to search for possible perspectives on the issue of banning social media for young adolescents. So that definitely played a huge role in our project. And then lastly, the application of socially responsible leadership also had a huge impact on our research. The process to ban social media for young teens, we were just really able to apply that, and then we really attempted to consider a variety of views on this issue in order to gain a much wider perspective to ultimately help the greater good of the community by banning social media.
And then these are citations for the research that we found on our topic.
And thank you for your time, and thank you for